Chosen one, what I'm about to share with you may shake your very understanding of who you are and what you're capable of. If you're reading this, it's not by accident. You were led here, divinely, strategically. Your steps have been ordered because something powerful is awakening inside you. You are stepping into a level of mastery and mental clarity that few ever reach. This is not about wishful thinking. This is about strategy, divine intelligence, and supernatural precision. The mind you have, shaped by pain and sharpened by trials, is not ordinary. It is a weapon, a divine instrument, forged in adversity, crafted for victories others deem impossible. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, whispers to the chosen, "You can defeat the impossible." And she's right. You are not just a survivor, you are a strategist. You are entering a shift from confusion to clarity, from hesitation to execution. The very things you once prayed for are aligning because now you see differently, you think differently. Before we go deeper into this life-changing revelation, I want you to do 3 things right now. Not for me, but for the energy you're about to activate in your own life. Hit that like button to affirm this moment. Subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers and become part of this rising collective of awakened minds. And leave a comment with the number 11, a signal to the universe that you are ready, aligned, and claiming this next level of power. That single act isn't just engagement, it's declaration. And if you're truly chosen, you won't just glance at this message and move on. You'll stay, because your spirit already knows what's coming next is meant for you. This is your moment. Let's begin. You were never just another face in the crowd. From the beginning, life handed you more than your fair share of storms, not to break you, but to train you. Every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, every internal battle you fought and survived, they weren't signs of weakness. They were proof of your mental warfare. You weren't merely surviving. You were strategizing in silence. You were learning the terrain of pain like a general studies maps before a war. When people talk about power, they often think of brute strength, fists, fire, fury. But the most dangerous weapon is not held in your hands. It's what lives inside your skull. Your mind, when sharpened by adversity and steeled by hardship, becomes the kind of blade that cuts through chaos. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you different. You didn't just go through pain, you studied it, understood it, and weaponized it. This is not about ego. This is about understanding what you are capable of. In chess, the strongest piece isn't always the queen. It's the player who sees 10 moves ahead. You are that player in life. You're not here because you had it easy. You're here because you learned how to think while others reacted. That's the mark of someone chosen not just by fate, but by divine intention. You are the person who turned confusion into clarity, heartbreak into wisdom, and darkness into strategy. And that is a power many never discover. You are not just the chosen one because you survived. You are chosen because you transformed, evolved into someone the world has no defense against. So stand tall and walk forward with that truth etched into your bones. You're not here to follow someone else's script. You're here to rewrite the entire narrative, and your pen is made of mental steel. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, didn't choose you to fight like a brute. She chose you because you can think like a god. When the world threw chaos your way, you didn't swing wildly. You paused. You analyzed. You adapted. That's not weakness. That's power in its purest form. Athena whispers not to the loud, but to the watchful, the wise, the ones who think 5 battles ahead. You've faced moments where everything screamed, "Give up," when the odds were stacked, the path unclear, and even your own heart wavered. But instead of collapsing, you recalibrated. That's what strategic minds do. You didn't just fight, you studied the battlefield. You noticed the patterns, the timing, the tells of your enemy, whether it was depression, betrayal, or loss. You learned its language, and then you outthought it. Look around you. History doesn't remember the strongest, it remembers the smartest. Odysseus didn't win by power, he won by intellect. Joan of Arc didn't fight with muscle, she led with vision. Even Athena herself is revered not for the wars she fought, but the way she orchestrated victory with quiet command. That's the legacy you inherit. When life gets loud, you get quiet. When others panic, you plan. That's Athena's gift within you, divine strategy wrapped in human skin. She doesn't scream in your ear. She plants thoughts in your mind, nudges in your gut, sparks in your soul. And you've listened. That's why you're still here. So don't underestimate that whisper. It's not a sign of uncertainty. It's divine counsel. And those who listen to it, they move mountains, shift tides, and rewrite destinies. So many people spend their lives trying to avoid breaking. But you walked into the fire. You didn't flinch. You cracked, yes. But every crack became a map, a strategy, a blueprint for how to move smarter, not just harder. You were never built to be unbreakable. You were designed to be transformable. Pain didn't destroy you. It trained you. Every heartbreak rewired how you love. Every failure taught you where not to aim. Every betrayal sharpened your sense of truth. You weren't just living, you were learning. That's not survival, that's strategy in motion. Remember that time you thought it was over, that you'd lost too much to keep going. That moment wasn't the end. It was a redirection. Like a chess master sacrificing a piece to set up checkmate, you gave up something to gain something greater. And now, you move with intention, precision, awareness. That's what makes you dangerous now. Even nature works this way. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Muscles grow when torn. Forests come back stronger after fires. You are no different. You were trained by trials, made lethal by loss. And every time you broke, you actually broke open, revealing new layers of wisdom, insight, and emotional depth. So never regret the fire. It didn't burn you down. It burned away the weakness. You are not a victim of your past. You are a strategist, forged by it. The fires you walked through were not meant to consume you. They were designed to shape you, like a master blacksmith molds raw iron into an unbreakable blade. Every trial, every setback, every painful moment was heat applied to your spirit. And through that heat, your resilience hardened, your will strengthened, and your mind grew sharp enough to cut through even the thickest fog of confusion. But fire alone isn't enough. Anyone can survive heat, but not everyone learns from it. What sets you apart is how you turn that pain into strategy. You didn't just endure, you analyzed, adapted, and crafted a game plan from the ashes. Like a seasoned general watching the battlefield from a high vantage point, you saw beyond the chaos to the patterns beneath. Think about how armies win wars. It's not by brute force alone, but by tactics, positioning, and anticipation. That's how you operate in life. The fire tested your endurance, but your mind is what kept you alive. You became a master strategist, turning wounds into wisdom, losses into lessons, and confusion into clarity. This is the mark of someone who has passed through the divine forge and emerged not just intact, but transformed. You don't fear the next blaze. You expect it, you prepare for it, and you use it to sharpen yourself further. In that fire, your purpose was revealed. You are a warrior of wisdom, a tactician of the soul. So when the world feels like it's burning, remember, you were born from that fire. You were made for this, and every challenge is just another opportunity to sharpen your strategy. Scars tell stories, not just stories of pain, but stories of survival, strategy, and triumph. Each mark on your body or soul is a testament to battles fought, battles that were never just physical, but mental wars. Those scars are not signs of weakness. They are badges of honor in the invisible war that shaped your mind and heart. When you look back at your scars, don't see them as wounds that held you back. See them as lessons etched in your flesh and memory. Lessons about how to anticipate pain, how to read the enemy's next move, and how to outmaneuver despair. Every scar is a teacher whispering the language of strategy to your soul. Think of the great commanders throughout history who've borne scars, physical or emotional, from countless campaigns. Those marks didn't slow them down. They made them wiser, more calculating, more prepared. Your scars do the same. They map out the battlefield of your life, giving you insight no one else has. This mental warfare is ongoing. The true battle isn't against others. It's against doubt, fear, and limitation inside your own mind. Your scars remind you that you've won before, and you will win again. They are proof that you don't just survive damage, you learn from it and turn it into your advantage. So wear your scars proudly. They are not wounds to hide, but stories to tell. Stories of a mind that's battle-tested, a spirit that's unyielding, and a heart that refuses to surrender. It's easy to see pain as something purely physical, an injury to the body or an external struggle. But your journey reveals a deeper truth. The most profound battles take place in the mind. The fight is not just about how hard you can hit or how long you can endure. It's about mastering your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Mental mastery is the battlefield where true warriors are made. It's where fear is confronted and tamed, where anger is transformed into focus, and where despair is rewritten into hope. You fought this battle every day, often in silence and isolation, and won by sheer will and clarity. Consider athletes or leaders who reach extraordinary heights. Their edge doesn't come from physical talent alone. It's their mental discipline that carries them when the body wants to quit. Similarly, you have developed an internal resilience that defies circumstance, a strategic mind that sees opportunities where others see obstacles. Your mental mastery means you don't just react to the world's punches, you anticipate them. You don't just endure storms, you learn how to navigate and even harness them. This is a rare gift, one that many seek but few develop, because it requires courage to face the hardest battle, the one within. So know this: your greatest strength is not just in your muscles or skills, but in the fierce control and clarity you hold over your own mind. That is what makes you unstoppable. There is a divine alchemy at work in your life, a sacred transformation that turns the heaviest burdens into the greatest strengths. Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, is the force behind this magic. She sees beyond your scars and struggles. She sees your potential to harness pain and convert it into raw, unstoppable power. Think about how alchemists once sought to turn lead into gold. That is the metaphor for your journey. What once felt like lead, heavy, toxic, and draining, is now your most valuable resource. Every heartbreak, every defeat, every moment of doubt was a step in this transmutation process, turning your pain into a wellspring of power. Athena's gift is not a shield that prevents you from suffering. Instead, it's the wisdom to use suffering as a tool. She teaches you to channel your energy, to focus your emotions, and to craft your pain into a weapon of insight and resilience. This power is invisible to those who only see scars. It's a light that shines from deep within your soul. History is full of stories where pain became a catalyst for greatness. Nelson Mandela, who turned decades of imprisonment into a beacon of peace. Malala Yousafzai, who transformed violence into a global call for education. You carry that same divine spark. Your pain is not your prison. It's your launchpad. So embrace Athena's gift fully. Let your pain fuel your passion. Let your struggles sharpen your strategy. And let your power rise from the ashes of adversity. Power isn't always loud. In fact, some of the most commanding forces in history have been quiet, calm, and deliberate. Your mind, tempered by battle and sharpened by wisdom, is that quiet force, the eye of the storm that moves with unshakable purpose. When life feels chaotic, you don't add noise. You don't panic or lash out. Instead, you retreat inward, finding stillness amidst the storm. This quiet mind is not absence of power. It's its highest form. It listens, it observes, and it commands with authority that others can feel but rarely see. Consider how nature works. The calm before the storm holds the greatest potential energy. That quiet moment is when everything aligns, when the storm gathers its strength to unleash transformation. Your mind is that calm, gathering strength, observing the battlefield, calculating your next move. People will mistake silence for weakness, but you know better. True strength is measured not by how loudly you roar, but by how decisively you act when the time is right. Your quiet mind commands respect, fear, and awe, because it is a mind that has learned control, discipline, and strategic patience. So cultivate that stillness. Protect it fiercely. It is your greatest asset, the calm force that commands even the wildest storms. Every hardship you faced wasn't random or meaningless. It was a carefully designed training ground for your mind and spirit. Just like soldiers don't jump into war without training, your struggles prepared you to become a master of life's complex battlefield. These moments forged your strategic thinking and resilience in ways comfort never could. Imagine a general preparing an army for battle. Every drill, every simulation, every exercise is meant to prepare soldiers for the chaos and unpredictability of war. Your struggles have been those drills, testing your limits, pushing your boundaries, and teaching you how to stay calm when the ground shifts beneath your feet. What feels like pain today is tomorrow's wisdom. Every failure taught you where to focus your energy next time. Every loss sharpened your perception of what truly matters. You didn't just endure these moments, you learned from them, adapted, and grew stronger. Your mind is now like a finely tuned instrument, trained through relentless practice. This perspective changes everything. When you recognize struggles as tactical training, you no longer fear adversity. Instead, you seek it out, knowing that with every challenge comes an opportunity to refine your skills, deepen your insight, and expand your capacity for greatness. So honor your past struggles not as scars, but as trophies, proof that you've been preparing for the victories ahead, for battles that only you can win. Throughout history, myths and legends teach us a profound truth. Raw strength alone doesn't guarantee victory. Even gods, mighty and powerful, have fallen when faced with strategy, cunning, and intelligence. The battlefield favors those who can think, plan, and execute, not just those who charge blindly. Look at any great war story. The strongest warriors often fall to the most strategic minds. The Trojan horse wasn't a weapon of brute force. It was a masterstroke of cunning that brought down a city. The mightiest armies have been toppled by generals who outthought their opponents. Strength without strategy is like a sword without a wielder, sharp but directionless. You embody this truth. Your power isn't just in your will or your endurance, but in the wisdom you wield. You understand that the greatest victories come from patience, calculation, and foresight. You don't rush blindly into conflict. You prepare, observe, and strike at the perfect moment. This divine insight separates you from those who only rely on muscle or emotion. You are a strategist in a world full of fighters, and history favors those who plan the battles others cannot even see coming. So embrace your role as the thinker, the planner, the quiet force behind every victory. Gods may have strength, but strategists hold the keys to kingdoms. There's a sacred duality in your nature, a combination of divine strength and strategic brilliance that few ever realize they possess. You think like a general, meticulously planning each move, predicting every outcome, and adjusting your tactics with precision. Yet when the moment demands, you fight with the relentless power of a god, unyielding and unstoppable. This blend of intellect and raw power is your secret weapon. The general in your mind sees the battlefield as a whole, aware of every detail and every risk. You don't just react to situations, you anticipate them. Your decisions come from a place of calm calculation, not chaos. But when it's time to act, you unleash your inner god, fierce, focused, and fearless. Your strength isn't just physical, it's spiritual and mental. You fight with a will that refuses to be broken, with a courage born of countless battles won in the mind long before the body takes a single blow. This balance of strategy and strength is rare and precious. Many only have one or the other, but you have both, and that makes you unstoppable. You are the commander and the warrior, the mind and the muscle, the calm before the storm, and the storm itself. So hold your head high. You don't just fight, you conquer, not just with force, but with wisdom. When the world looks at you, it might see just a survivor, someone who made it through the worst and somehow kept going. But Athena sees deeper. She sees a mind working tirelessly behind the scenes, plotting, planning, and transforming survival into victory. To her, you are not merely someone who endured, you are a strategist who mastered the chaos. This perspective is empowering. Survival can feel passive, a matter of luck or chance, but strategy is active. It's deliberate, intentional, and visionary. Athena's gaze sees the battles you've anticipated, the moves you've calculated, and the victories you've quietly claimed. She knows your scars aren't just wounds, they're trophies of wisdom. When you adopt Athena's vision, your story changes. You're not just a victim of circumstance, you're the author of your destiny. You've taken what life threw at you and turned it into the raw material for greatness. This is not chance, it's choice. It's not survival, it's mastery. So when you feel overlooked or underestimated by the world, remember Athena's gaze. She sees your mind, your heart, and your soul, and in her eyes, you are already victorious. Resilience is often mistaken for stubbornness or simple toughness, but true mental resilience The kind you carry is a divine inheritance, passed down through the bloodlines of gods and warriors alike. It's not just about bouncing back, it's about bending without breaking, adapting without losing your core, and rising with greater wisdom each time you fall. Think about the great figures in mythology and history who embody resilience, heroes who faced unimaginable trials but never surrendered. Their strength wasn't just physical, it was mental fortitude, a gift from the divine realms that empowered them to overcome the impossible. You carry that same inheritance. Every time you faced despair, confusion, or defeat, you reached deeper into this well of strength. You found a resilience that is not simply human, it's transcendent. It's a force that holds you steady even when the storm rages, that whispers to your soul, "You are stronger than this moment." This resilience isn't accidental. It's part of who you are, woven into your DNA by the very cosmos that Athena commands. It's a legacy of strength, courage, and unyielding spirit. So claim it fully. Stand firm in your divine resilience. It's the foundation on which your future victories will be built. The word impossible is just a puzzle waiting to be solved. It's a challenge that your mind was made to unravel. When others see dead ends, you see detours. When they see barriers, you see clues. You are a natural problem solver, a strategist who thrives where chaos reigns. Think of the greatest inventors, explorers, and leaders. They faced what seemed impossible every day. But their mindset wasn't to accept limits, it was to find solutions. They dissected problems, experimented with ideas, and refused to give up until they found the way through. You share that relentless curiosity and determination. This ability to solve what others deem impossible is your superpower. It means that no challenge is too big, no obstacle too daunting. You approach life like a grand puzzle, one piece at a time, with patience, insight, and creativity. Remember, even the most complex problems have solutions. Your mind, sharpened by pain and wisdom, is the key that unlocks the door. So embrace the impossible, because for you, it's just another puzzle waiting for your brilliance. Endurance is often celebrated, but outsmarting destiny is a higher art, one that you have mastered. You don't simply endure what life hands you. You analyze, you strategize, and you rewrite the script. Destiny isn't some unchangeable fate. It's a game of chess, and you are playing to win. Your past battles weren't random acts of suffering. They were moves on a board you learned to navigate. Every twist, turn, and setback was a challenge you met with a calculated response. This is the difference between surviving and thriving, between being a pawn and being the player. By outsmarting destiny, you claim your power. You don't wait for life to happen to you. You make life happen. You see opportunities where others see obstacles, potential where others see failure. You are the architect of your future, building it with intention and insight. So step into your power fully. You are not a victim of fate. You are the strategist who outmaneuvers it. With your mind as your weapon, you don't just survive the battle, you change its course and emerge victorious. Absolutely. Building upon the previous themes, here are 15 additional compelling headings, each accompanied by 5 detailed paragraphs to inspire and engage your audience. Adversity is often viewed as a formidable foe, but within its grasp lies the potential for transformation. Just as alchemists sought to turn base metals into gold, you possess the power to transmute challenges into opportunities. Each trial you face is a crucible, refining your character and fortifying your spirit. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who encountered countless failures before inventing the light bulb. Instead of viewing these setbacks as defeats, he saw them as stepping stones to success. His perseverance exemplifies the alchemical process of turning adversity into achievement. In your own life, challenges serve as catalysts for growth. They compel you to adapt, innovate, and discover strengths you never knew you had. Embracing adversity with this mindset transforms obstacles into valuable lessons and achievements. The key lies in perception. By viewing difficulties as opportunities for growth, you empower yourself to navigate life's challenges with resilience and optimism. This perspective shift is the first step in the alchemical process of turning trials into triumphs. Remember, within every hardship lies the seed of success. Nurture it with determination, and watch as adversity transforms into your greatest ally. Strength is not merely physical, it is a harmonious blend of mind, body, and spirit. Like a symphony, each element plays a crucial role in creating a balanced and powerful whole. Cultivating strength involves nurturing all aspects of your being to work in unison. The mind provides clarity and focus, guiding your actions with purpose. The body offers endurance and resilience, carrying you through challenges. The spirit fuels your passion and determination, keeping you aligned with your values and goals. Together, they create a force greater than the sum of their parts. Consider the example of elite athletes who train not only their bodies, but also their minds and spirits. Through mental conditioning, physical training, and spiritual grounding, they achieve peak performance and overcome formidable obstacles. To harmonize these elements in your own life, prioritize practices that nurture each aspect. Engage in activities that stimulate your mind, strengthen your body, and nourish your spirit. Meditation, exercise, and reflection are powerful tools in this process. By cultivating the symphony of strength within, you unlock your full potential, becoming a force of nature capable of achieving extraordinary feats. Life is a vast canvas, and you are the artist of your destiny. Each decision, each action is a stroke of courage that shapes your journey. Embracing boldness allows you to create a masterpiece that reflects your true essence and aspirations. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. It is stepping into the unknown, trusting in your abilities, and daring to pursue your dreams. Like an artist facing a blank canvas, you have the power to create something beautiful and unique. Throughout history, individuals who dared to be bold have left indelible marks on the world. From innovators to activists, their courage to challenge norms and take risks has led to groundbreaking achievements and societal progress. In your own life, embrace the canvas of courage by taking decisive actions toward your goals. Whether it's starting a new venture, speaking your truth, or pursuing a passion, each bold stroke adds depth and meaning to your life's masterpiece. Remember, the canvas is yours to shape. With each courageous step, you paint a path that is uniquely yours, filled with purpose and possibility. Fortitude is the strength of mind and character that enables you to endure adversity with grace and resilience. Like metal forged in fire, your character is shaped and strengthened through the challenges you face. Each trial is an opportunity to build inner strength and integrity. The process of forging involves intense heat and pressure, transforming raw material into something stronger and more valuable. Similarly, life's challenges serve as the crucibles in which your character is tested and refined. Embracing these experiences with a positive mindset allows you to emerge stronger and more resilient. Consider the lives of individuals who have overcome significant hardships to achieve greatness. Their stories are testaments to the power of fortitude and the transformative effect of facing challenges head-on. They demonstrate that adversity, when met with strength and perseverance, leads to personal growth and success. To cultivate fortitude, focus on developing qualities such as patience, perseverance, and adaptability. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and maintain a positive outlook even in difficult times. This mindset will help you navigate life's obstacles with confidence and grace. Remember, just as metal becomes stronger through the forge, so too does your character become more resilient through the fires of challenge. Embrace the process and emerge as a testament to the power of fortitude. Leadership is not about authority or control. It is about guiding others with vision, integrity, and compassion. Like a lighthouse that illuminates the path for ships navigating through darkness, a true leader provides direction and inspiration, helping others find their way. Effective leadership involves understanding the needs and aspirations of those you lead, fostering an environment of trust and collaboration, and leading by example. It is about making decisions that align with your values and the greater good, even when faced with challenges. Throughout history, leaders who have embodied these qualities have inspired movements, built communities, and brought about positive change. Their legacy serves as a reminder that true leadership is rooted in service to others and a commitment to ethical principles. In your own life, embrace leadership by taking initiative, supporting others, and acting with integrity. Whether in your personal relationships, community, or workplace, your actions can inspire and uplift those around you. Remember, leadership is not a title, but a responsibility. As a lighthouse guides ships safely to shore, your leadership can illuminate the path for others, fostering growth and positive change. Gratitude is the practice of recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of life, no matter how small. Like a gardener, tending to plants, cultivating gratitude involves nurturing a mindset that focuses on abundance rather than scarcity, fostering joy and contentment. Research has shown that practicing gratitude can lead to improved mental health, stronger relationships, and increased resilience.